Hey, it's Kaero. Welcome back to the channel. I have done jump-in videos before. Not a lot of people pay attention to jump-in, but it is one of the best ways to get cards. And I'm actually really excited about this new jump-in. This is Jump-in Middle-earth. So these packets contain cards from the new Lord of the Rings set. And if you can do this and grab yourself some Lord of the Rings cards, that is a fantastic way to bolster your collection by getting the Lord of the Rings stuff. And also, I mean, draft. But if you're not good at drafting, jump in is definitely a fine choice. So thanks for liking the video. Thanks for subscribing. Let's jump into this. Lord of the Rings. Okay, breakfast, horde, or elves. Let's take. I'm more interested in getting the red and black cards. So let's take horde. And the card that's featured is Fires of Mount Doom, 3 mana legendary enchantment. When it enters, 2 damage to target creature and opponent controls and destroy all equipment attached to that creature. And then 3 mana, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you play a card this way, it deals 2 damage to each player. Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's go Horde. And then Greedy. Wild. Let's do some Gruul stuff. Let's go Horde and Wild. And let's check out some of our stuff. Horde Wild. Excellent, excellent deck name. Alright. So let's look at what we've got here. We've got Rush the Room, +1/+0, first strike till end of turn. If it's a goblin or orc, gains haste. Mirkwood Spider, 1/1, Death Touch. Whenever it attacks target legendary creature you control, gains Death Touch till end of turn. Gimli's Fury, a 2 mana instant, +3/+2 till end of turn. If it's legendary, it also gains Trample till end of turn. Goblin Morale Sergeant. Oh, this is from... Okay, so there are other cards in here too, from Dominaria United and stuff like that. Okay, so this is from the Alchemy set. This is 2 mana, 2/1 haste enlist. When it enlists a non-token creature, you may conjure a duplicate of that creature into the top 5 cards of your library at random. The duplicate perpetually gets +1/+0 and has haste. Alright. Goblin Picker. 2/2, tap a red mana and loot from Dominaria United. Lightning Strike, 3 damage to any target for 2 mana. Ents Fury, new card. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control if its power is 4 or greater. Then that creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn and fights target creature you don't control. So you can only use this. Okay, so if its power is 4 or greater, it gets a +1 counter, and then it gets +1/+1 till end of turn and fights. So you can fight either way. Woe's Pathfinder, 2 mana, 1/1, Mana Dork. 7 mana sink. Target creature gets +3/+3 against trample till end of turn. Friendly Rivalry. Target creature you control and up to 1 other target legendary creature you control each deal damage to their power to target creature you don't control. Oh, so it can it's like a team up fight spell. It's kind of cool, and it's instant speed. Fires of Mount Doom. We saw Grishnok Brash Instigator. 3 mana 1/1. When it comes in, amass orcs 2. When you do, till end of turn, gain control of target non-legendary creature and opponent controls with power less than or equal to the amassed army's power. Untap that creature, gains haste till end of turn. Haradrim Spearmaster, 3 mana 2/3 with reach. At the beginning of combat, another target creature gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Okay. Raid Bombardment. Nice. I remember this. What was this, like Ikoria or something like that? 3 mana. Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks, Raid Bombardment deals 1 damage to the player planeswalker that creature is attacking. Swarming of Moria, 3 mana, amass orcs 2, trade treasure, sorcery speed. Entish Restoration. Sack a land, search your library for up to 2 basic lands, put them onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Instead, search your library for up to 3 basic lands, put them on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. This is kind of strange because we have something that rewards, we have 2 things that rewards power 4 or greater here, and then we also have Raid Bombardment, where we want to keep our creatures low, so we're going to see how this works out. Gimli Mournful Avenger, 3 mana 3/2. It has indestructible as long as 2 or more creatures died under your control this turn. When another creature you control dies, put a counter on it. When this ability resolves for the 3rd time this turn, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Wow, Gimli really is empowered by other people dying, huh? Chimney Rabble from Phyrexia, all will be 1. 4 mana 3/3 haste. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red Phyrexian goblin creature token. Okay, that's a pretty good common. Foray of Orcs, 4 mana, amass orcs 2. When you do, it deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls, where X is the amassed army's power. So 2 damage unless you already have an army, and then you amass and add counters to it. Hazardous Blast from Phyrexia, all will be 1. 4 mana, 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. Creatures your opponents control can't block this turn. Relentless Rohirrim, 4 mana, 4/3. When it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you, which is all upside, by the way. Goblin Gang Leader, 4 mana, 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. Oh, we do have Strider. Okay, so Strider works really well with his landfall. You can give a target creature +1/+1 till end of turn. If that creature has power 4 or greater, again, gets first strike till end of turn. So what did we have? Intish Restoration. Sacrifice a land, grab 2 lands, and then that will help Strider get his 2 triggers off that. Enraged Huorn. 5 mana, 4/5 trample. When it comes in, the ring tempts you. And Quick Beam Upstart Ent. 6 mana, 5/6. Whenever Quick Beam or another Tree Folk enters the battlefield under your turn, up to 2 target creatures get +2/+2 and gain trample till end of turn. How many Tree Folk do we have in this? We have 2. Alright, so that's not going to matter too much. But we have 2 basic tap lands here and gaining life. Let's go Horde Wild. Let's do it. Alright, we're going first. Mountain and Forest. We have Rush the Room, Combat Trick, Goblin Picker on turn 2. That allows us to loot. Some good stuff on turn 4. That's fine. Maybe we can go Goblin Picker. Put that out there. We can use it to block while we wait for our Chimney Rabble and stuff. And then we can do Rush the Room, first strike, and kill one of their things, maybe? That seems fine to me. And Chimney Rabble, I'm actually pretty impressed with that as a common. 4 mana, 3/3, and it also creates a token. Let's go Forest. Because we're not going to Rush the Room on turn 1, for sure. There's one of our Tree Folk. Ends Fury. +1 counter if its power is 4 or greater. That creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Fights target creature you don't control. Alright, Goblin Picker. Go. Dominaria United. That loot could come in handy too. You never know. You never know. If they use removal on that, I think I'm fine with that. It's just a 2/2 common. Gimli. Alright. We'll attack first. Because even though Gimli rewards things dying under your control, we don't really want him to die. We'd rather try to bait out removal with the Goblin Picker. These cards are all new. This set's only been out for like a week, so maybe a week. So they're probably going to have to read some of the cards. No problem. But that's why I did a quick deck breakdown whenever we first started. So I was like, alright, let's just read all these cards real quick so we know what's in the deck. We got a good deal of Lord of the Rings cards. I mean, the majority of this is Lord of the Rings. Gimli's a rare. We draw a land, we can go Chimney Rabble, go 3/3 haste, attack for like 8. That's pretty good. Ooh, hello. Yeah, I mean, we gotta do that, right? We totally gotta do that. If they kill anything other than Gimli, Gimli gets bigger, which I really like. So we send all 3. Send it. Samwise. So probably block Gimli here, I would think. If they don't block Gimli, they're just not going to have enough to swing back. Really? Interesting. Maybe they have an answer for Gimli. So, Ents Fury is now online. We can put a counter on Gimli because its power is 4 or greater, and we can fight something. So, if they tap all their mana to play a big thing, we can definitely fight something. And Gimli will be a 6/5 at that point. Just cool. Look at our little Phyrexian goblin. Look how cute he is. You thought goblins were mean before? No. Wait till they're Phyrexianized. Battle of Bywater. That's destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. That's probably why they did that. Okay. So, Amass Orcs 2. When you do, it deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls, where X is the amassed army's power. We don't really want to do that, but we do want to keep pressure on. Are they going to do something to this token? We'll just make it 2/2. That's okay. Because if we draw another land, we don't really have time to be waiting around with Foray of Orcs. Rather just cast our Enraged Huorn. And so Rush the Room does give first strike and haste to a goblin or orc if we draw one. Shadowfax, Lord of Horses. Put a creature with lesser power from your hand on the battlefield tapped and attacking. Protector of Gondor. Okay. +1/+0. Get our big tree folk out. Let's make our little goblin our ring bearer. In the ring, we're at level 1, so our ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. So we're able to get in and only be blocked by that human token. We still have Ent's Fury, so if our Enraged Huorn survives this, we'll Ent's Fury, probably Shadowfax or something, because Shadowfax is kind of gross. Every time they attack with Shadowfax, they're able to put something down. Creatures you control get +1/+0, gain first strike till end of turn. Alright, so they're tapped out, so maybe what we'll do is we'll take this thing from Shadowfax. Our Enraged Huorn has Trample. So if we Ent's Fury, it'll be a 6, 7. Oh, okay, double strike. 6, 7, +1. That's 12 damage? We go to 1. Hey, look, we gained a life. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll fight the eagles. Wasn't quite enough to get there. We'll just give them a good game and we'll go on to the next round. But that's what's cool about Jump In, is even if you lose, you can still just keep playing. So you can actually take this deck and just keep playing. So bring it on in. Bring it on in. That Shadowfax really got us. But that's cool, because now they play Jump In, they have Shadowfax in their library. And we have Gimli and we have other cool stuff. So let's move on to game 2. Opponent goes first. We have 2 Forest Woes Pathfinder. That can give us a mana of any color, so it can give us red. Goblin Gang Leader. We need 2 red for that. Turn 4. We have Grishnak, somebody who amasses orcs and takes something till end of turn. And Swarming of Moria. Okay, and that treasure token will actually give us more mana too, so we could get Quick Beam faster than we think if with a combination of Woe's Pathfinder and Swarming of Moria. So I think we go Pathfinder first, use that as a mana dork to put in Swarming, create a treasure token, use both of these to do Quick Start, or Quick Beam. Seems right to me. Goblin Gang Leader is a pretty decent little card too. 4 mana, 2/2, and 2 1/1 goblins. Hello. We'll go Rugged Highlands. That takes care of one of our red mana. When it attacks, scry 1. We got a Lightning Strike, 3 damage to any target. We're not going to do that. We're just going to go Pathfinder. Galadriel of Lothlorien. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Galadriel as your ring bearer, scry 3. When you scry, you may reveal a top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it on the battlefield tapped. We might have to get rid of that. To be honest. Galadrim Bow. Entish Restoration. Sacrifice a land, search for 2 lands, put them on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. If you control power 4 or greater, instead search your library for 3 lands. Goblin Gang Leader. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the Woe's Pathfinder. If we draw another land, we can go Swarming of Moria or Grishnak and Lightning Strike Galadriel. The bow, when this comes down, they get to attach it to something. Probably going to be... Oh, okay, good. So, scry. If it's a land, because Galadriel, they get to put it on the battlefield tapped. No blocks from us. Land? No. Alright, Swarming of Moria. Lightning Strike Galadriel. Attack for 4. We draw another land, we go Grishnak, play that Amass Orcs 2, meaning our Orc army will be a 4/4. Then we can use Woe's Pathfinder and another land to do Ent's Fury and make this fight something. Legolas, 2/3 reach when you scry. If it's tapped, you may untap it. Do this only once each turn. Okay. Rush the Room, +1/+0 and first strike till end of turn. So that means we can do that. Let's take that. Attack with... you know what? Let's attack with everything. Scry for tap land? Sure. Alright. They go to 8. They get their creature back. We've got Ent's Fury fighting something next turn because we do have this 4/4. And we have Rush the Room, which is +1/+0 and first strike on something. Tap it and proliferate. Okay. Thrumming Bird, when that deals damage to us, proliferate. Grab 2 mountains and a forest. Put those in. And hang back. So we're going to be able to go 6 for quick beam, and then still have 1 mana here for Woe's Pathfinder to be able to do our combat trick. Now they get to proliferate off the Throwing Bird. Alright, perfect. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So that means we can go Quick Beam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quick Beam. And Ent's Fury, killing Legolas, making these 3/3s and attacking that way. Feeling pretty good about this now. Scry 2, draw 2. That could change things for sure. That could change things. There's 2 mana available. You can hit us with a Thrumming Bird, but when you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Raid Bombardment. Oh, that's going to be nasty because it goes 1 damage directly to player Planeswalker for every creature under 2 power that attacks. So we have 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. That puts them at 2. And then they can block Quick Beam and 1 other thing. And then we can rush the room on something. 3 damage here. And I think that's exactly lethal. Got it. And so, I can continue on and play another game and then get another reward through the jump-in reward system. Or if I lose the next match, I can just play again and whatever. And I can just play like this. And it's fairly cheap. And this is a good way to get Lord of the Rings cards. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up. It helps the channel out. It's free. I appreciate it. And thank you for watching. And I hope this helps you to build your Lord of the Rings collection.